All right, in question 71, we have a right triangle and they ask us to find x in the right triangle. Now, first we need to get a couple of parts of this triangle defined. There's the 90-degree angle. So the side opposite that is going to be the hypotenuse. That will be the longest side in this triangle, or we'll call this C. All right, and so now we'll call X, we'll call it side A, and we can call the 7 side B for purposes of the Pythagorean theorem, where A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Or if you're trying to solve for a missing leg, which we're trying to do in this case, X is a leg, we can just say that A squared, that leg, equals the hypotenuse squared minus the other leg squared. So this is just algebraic manipulation of the same Pythagorean theorem. All right, question, or excuse me, Pythagorean theorem formula. So we can attack this problem first by using the Pythagorean theorem. So let's try to go through it quickly here. So A squared is going to equal 14 squared minus 7 squared. Now this is going to be, oh, he goes messing that pen up again. Maybe by the time I get done with these things, I'll be able to use that correctly. So A squared is going to equal, and let's get our calculator on here just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure 14 squared is 196, but we want to be certain. So 14 times 14 equals 196. So let's see if there's a way we can just put this in here. Hey, look at there. Of course, it's kind of small. We'll make that bigger. So 196, and then we're going to subtract off 7 squared, which I know is 49. So we got 196 minus 49. So we'll come over here. We have A squared, right, equals 196 minus 49. So let's see what that would be. Just on our calculator, double check us. 140, excuse me, 196 minus 49, and that equals 147. Right, so 147, and now to solve, we take the square root. That looks great too, doesn't it? All right, so we take the square root of both sides. So A equals the square root of 147. Now, what do we do? Because this doesn't match any of our answer choices. So the way we can look at this now is we can look at our answer choices, and the way I would suggest you do it here, if you don't know how to simplify that, is to square whatever number is outside the square root and then multiply that by the number that is inside. So you would do 3 squared, which is 9 times 7. So this number here is 63, or square root of 63. All right, so 5, then square that, and you just keep on going with your calculator doing those things. You get the answer is 7 times square root is 3, or 49 times 3 is what would give us 147. So that is our answer. So now let's look though and see logically if there's a way we can think through this, knowing a couple of things about a right triangle. Now in this case, 14 we said is going to be the longest side because it's a hypotenuse. The other side is, the other leg is 7. And now this leg happens to be opposite the smallest angle. Now our properties of our triangle say that the leg that is the side that is opposite the smallest angle is going to be the shortest side. So therefore, we can't have any leg over here for x that is bigger than 14 because it can't be bigger than hypotenuse, so we can rule out D. And it cannot be less than 7 because 7 is opposite the smallest angle, so 7 is the shortest side. So that rules out A and B. Now I can't promise that they will always draw the picture to scale, but normally from what you see is they will put the shortest side opposite the smallest angle and the largest side opposite the largest angle. So most of what we will see, they'll be listed that way, and if you know those properties, you may be able to reason through the answer choices without even having to do any of the math if you're unsure of that.